this is a this is a desktop. Okay, so this is called as a desktop version. Okay, Power Automate desktop version, right? And by using the desktop version, we can do any kind of web automation, desktop automations, database automation, and API automation. Okay, and other things like Excel operations, right? Or we can say if you want to extract the data from PDFs, simple PDFs, and all right, those things we can do with the help of our desktop version, right? And if you see, right, this is the web version. Okay, so if you want to use any kind of AI capabilities as we discussed, right, so it will be available into the AI hub, right? So that can be used from the cloud. Okay, and whenever we are going to create any kind of automation, it can be a hybrid approach or it can be a individual approach as well. So we can automate the things with the help of cloud as well as from desktop also, or purely from the cloud and purely from the our desktop as well, right? So based on the use cases, we have to choose the platform. It can be a web, it can be a desktop, or it can be a hybrid approach. Okay, and as I said, if you want to use like various kind of AI models, right? So most of the things are low code, no code platform. We don't need to do anything, right? And you can see, suppose if you want to extract the data from any kind of documents, it can be invoices, bank statement, right? It can be contracts, agreements, pre-orders, right? Or maybe we can say patient report, anything. Okay, document may be anything, right? So there is no particular document here I'm going to talk, but you can see if you want to extract the data from any kind of document, right? Here already the document processing models are available. Few are customizable, and for the few one, right, we can do the customization, and few are pre-built. Okay, so if pre-built is not satisfying our requirement, or we already have the facility to customize the thing, right? Along with that, if you want to do like NLP processing, like if you want to do the sentiment analysis, if you want to do the uh, like language detection, so all the things very well we can do with the help of this AI capabilities. At the same time, here we can create a various kind of prompts as well, right? And those, as I said, we are all available on the cloud only. Okay. So far, maybe if you have any questions, doubt, please do let me know. After that, maybe I can go for a demo and we can have discussion as well.
So I just need to know that can we integrate Power Automate with multiple ERPs, various ERPs, let's say SAP, Oracle, or MS Dynamics? Can we integrate that?
Yes. Okay. So, as I said, right, from the automation point of view, there is no such constraint, right? Suppose if you want to connect with the Salesforce, if you want to connect with SAP, right? Very well. If you go here, right, for example, let me go and show you. Okay, connectors, right? So any kind of what we can say software or application which is exist into the real world, right? It can be anything, SAP, ERP, or any other platform, right? So here we have the capabilities to connect that particular platform. Okay, by sim only thing we need a license. Okay, we need the subscription, I can say, for that particular application, right? So suppose it if it's a SAP, right? So if you go and see right here, various kind of connectors are available. For example, we can see SAP ERP or SAP OData, right? So all the connectors are already available. Only thing we need a subscription, and if you have subscription, right, it's like just log into that particular application, and we'll be able to automate whatever we need. And at the same time, uh, even though we don't have subscription, right, if we have the APIs, right, then also we'll be able to automate it.
So we have multiple ERPs with us. We have SAP, Oracle, AS400, Business One, Dynamics, we have multiple ERPs.
Mhm.
My only concern is that there shouldn't be any challenge for us to integrate with those ERPs, because eventually, if we are not able to integrate that, it makes no sense for us. There is no point for us to invest in that, in the Power Automate and on these trainings. Now that you have said that we can integrate, would we be able to do automations with the help of Power Automate on those ERPs? Let's say if you have to input any information on any ERP, SAP, Oracle, anything, and process that entire thing on that ERP, would we be able to do that?
Can you please come again? Actually, there is a heavy rain, so I was not able to hear clearly. Can you
Okay,
please come
okay.
again?
So what I was saying is, now that you have just mentioned that we are able to integrate
Mhm.
any ERP with Dynamics, oh, sorry, Power Automate.
Power automate. Huh.
Yeah. Does Power Automate have the capability of getting onto that system and processing on that, sorry, getting onto that ERP and processing on that ERP and executing that entire transaction by itself? And in the series, does Power Automate have that capability?
Yeah, definitely. See,
It has
at
that.
the end, yeah, definitely. See, and it's not the thing only with Power Automate. Okay, any RPA tool which is exist, right? It might be automation anywhere. It can be UiPath or Blue Prism. They are having this capability. Why? Because every application. Okay.
Sorry, I was just talking to you. If you would say that again, please.
Yeah. So what I was saying, like even though it's a ERP or SAP or it can be ServiceNow, Salesforce, it can be anything, right? Every application having their own databases.
Okay.
Okay, right? And now what we have to do is we have to manipulate the data, for example, right?
Okay.
So what we have to do, we have to connect to their respective database, right? So from automation point of view, it's just a database. Okay, it is not bifurcating like this is the SAP, this is ERP, or this is Salesforce, this is sales a service now, right? So what we need, if you want to connect to their database, we just need a connection string. Okay, so once we have the connection string, we can connect to the various tables, right? Various databases. We can do all kinds of operations, maybe select, insert, update, delete, right? So that's not a constraint actually.
And I mean, the most popular automation across everywhere is the automation. The most popular automation is the invoice processing, the accounts receivable automation.
Correct.
Would this Power Automate help us with that?
Yeah, definitely. So it is
Do you
good
have
you
any
brought.
use cases of that? I mean, would be more
Yeah,
than
yeah,
happy.
sure, sure. So see what account receivable or PO orders are doing basically,
Uh,
right? So in such processes, the main part is to extract the data from the document. Okay. So
yeah,
that is the main part. Apart
yeah,
from that, what is there? Whatever the values are there, we have to update, right? And then we have to send via email to our vendors or our partners, right? So that is not a big deal. But what is a big deal
great.
in terms of this invoice processing, PO order, or we can say in terms of document processing, right? We have
Yeah,
to extract the data from the various kind of documents. And this document automation was the pain point for all types of industries, right?
yeah,
Because this PO order or invoice processing, right? It is not specific to any domain or any industry, right? Each and every organization or industry, right, which is exist, they are using such type of processes. And previously, what was happening? So, Ajinkya, you said you have exposure to the UI part, right? So previously, we have to integrate the OCRs, okay, into the UI part, or we have to use any ABI Flexi Capture
yeah.
or other tools having the capability to extract the data. So what we have to do at that time, like we have to pay for our tool. At the same time, the tool is not capable to extract the data. Again, we have to purchase some third party
Yeah.
integrations, right? For example, Abby or any other thing, right? And then we have to integrate with our UI part tool. And what those third party tools were doing, they were charging per character. So suppose if there is a PDF, right?
Oh,
Yes. Okay. So suppose there is a PDF, we can say invoice, right? And if you want to extract the 10 values, then they was charging, right, per values, per character, right? So
that's very expensive.
yes, it was expensive from the organization point of view, right? Because they are already spending thousands of dollars on the license cost for a UI
Yes,
part along with their infrastructure, right? So it was a very tedious task into the past, but that is not the case with the Power Automate. It having all the AI capabilities, right, along with the computer vision, ML, GPTs are already inbuilt with the Power Automate. So